if you're looking for a camera slider that's amazingly durable, strong, but also very portable, then check out what I got here. The slider I'm going to show you guys today is a slider that I've been using over the last few months. It's from a company called Syrp. They're actually the same company that made the Genie motion control system. And what I got here is their slider, which is the Magic Carpet Pro. They have various versions of this, various lengths. They actually have another version that's a smaller version for like smaller DSLM type of cameras. But what I got here is something that's going to work for pretty much any, like a full-blown cinema rig. Alright, let's open it up. So here's the slider. I'll take it out. This is the 2-foot version. There's another version that I have which is 3 feet. They come in various lengths, and the cool thing is that they're easily connectable, or basically you can endlessly keep on connecting various versions of this track or length of it. So you can, in a way, have unlimited, number of length of this. I chose the 2-foot and the 3-foot version because it just makes it really easy to travel with. Because this is going to fit even in a carry-on, for example, case. So this is the slider pretty much. This is the track. Very massive. You have the kind of endings here, and what's cool about the system is, first thing I would say that I really love about it is that it's completely toolless. You don't need to bring any tools with you to connect it or configure it. Like for example here, if you want to take off the ends, you just lift up these little tabs. Boom, one like this and then another one on the other side, and you see this section just comes out. So that's how this works. So these will be the ends, and let's say if you want to extend the track, you would add it there and then put this onto the extension. This is also how you can take out the base. So you have a lock here, and this is the whole slider base where you're going to attach your camera or your pen and tilt head. And another really cool thing about this is, again, you can adjust various things about this without any use of tools, but also it has, basically it's all self-contained, everything's kind of built in, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Here, you just slide it in like this, so as you can see it's very easy to take it on and off. You always want to make sure you put the end caps here, lock it up, and there you have it. If you want to attach a tripod to this, let's say a fluid head, very easy. There's a little knob here. You just pull this knob, press it to release the safety, and there, this piece of, basically this base comes out, and this is what you're going to use to attach your fluid head to. Right now I have the 3/8 screw up here. It also does come with a 1/4 screw if you want that, and you would just replace it up here. So you just take your fluid head, attach it to this, fairly straightforward. And as you can see, it's very fast and easy to just basically just plop it in there, put the slider over to one side to make sure that it's locked, and that's it. Your fluid head is ready to be used. Now, if you want, obviously, you can put it on the ground or on a flat surface using these kind of legs here that they give you at the end. Sort of similar to what a lot of sliders have, except, again, another thing I love about this slider is that it's very fast and easy to extend these. So, again, you flip these little switches, and then you can rotate this. They have actually markings here. Up here it shows you basically how many notches you've turned left or right, which is kind of nice if you want to make sure that, let's say, all the legs are at the same angle. And then once you're happy, you just lock it up. So as you can see, nice and sturdy base. This thing is going to take a lot of weight. Actually, in fact, it's rated at 70 pounds, and I don't think I've ever put a rig that heavy or even ever built one that heavy. But I have used this actually with various rigs. And one of them I know was weighing in over 30 pounds. I forget exactly what the amount was, and again, it was very sturdy. So really, at that point, you just got to make sure you put it on a solid surface, and also that your fluid head is can take that weight. Now, as you can see right now, the slider is locked. You have this, again, this little flip, switch, and you put it up, and that's it. It unlocks it. Very smooth. You're gonna have to, I guess, watch the footage so you kind of judge to make sure that that I'm not pulling your leg up here. But like I said, it just really comes down to your skills of how you're operating it. But otherwise it's very smooth. And also another thing that I really love about it is, like I said, everything's kind of built into this, including the flywheel. So it actually has a weighted flywheel. So in case you want a little bit, this motion to be a bit smoother and have kind of a gradual start and stop, then you would just push this button here on the side for the flywheel, and that's it. That's all you have to do to engage the flywheel. And as you can see now, it's nice and smooth. When I push it, it slows down on its own nicely. There are actually bumpers here on each side, so in case you do hit the end, it's not gonna damage the slider or the base here. But yeah, it's super smooth, and this I think is kind of, you know, a big improvement over some of the other sliders that I've been using. The fact that the flywheel is so easy to basically engage, you know, and turn it on and off, and you don't have to attach anything to it. You don't have to kind of play around with like some of these flywheels. You put them in on the side in the sliders, and then you have to run like a cable or something through the base. And here you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And in fact, one of the reasons is because it actually comes here with like a little gear on the side of the basically slider itself. So it's built into the slider, and there's, I guess, a gear here on the base. And just as quickly, if you want to, let's say, turn off the flywheel, just press the button, and now you can see there's completely, you know, no weight to it, so it's very free and very smooth. Yeah, overall, really nice slider. Like I said, can take a lot of weight. Has a built-in bobble head, you know, here to make sure that you're nice and level with this slider. You also have different markings here, so you have it in inches and feet, and on the other side here you have centimeters. And another cool thing is that you can keep on extending this, like I said, and I'll show you in a second how quick that is. And another thing I like is that to attach to a tripod or to a stand, all of them will basically come with these sections here. They're again built in. They have various 3/8 and 1/4 attachments on the bottom. And also, if you want, you can even attach it here to these ends here on, you know, basically where the legs are. Let me lock this right now and just extend this one side so I can show you guys how quick it is. So what I got here is the 3-foot section, and as you can see, again, looks identical. It's just basically longer. It does come actually with these pieces, which are these little inserts you're going to put in to extend it, actually, so you can connect it. So I'm just going to slide these in, and now we can attach it here. And again, like this. And now the slider is 5 feet long, so it's way too long here to even include it in this one shot, or even put it on my table here. And now, as you can see, I have a lot more travel basically space. So I think this is like a perfect length. 5 feet is really all I ever really need when I'm traveling, and I'm gonna, you know, I want to use these bigger kind of cinema-like camera rigs. Then, like I said, it's a nice system because even though it's fairly light, it packs very small, it can take a lot of weight. But like I said, you can still take it with you traveling. So anyways, really cool system. Some of the other things you can do, you can actually combine it together with the 1, 2, or 3 axis motion control system from Syrp, the Genie system. So you can actually use that. There's little attachments here for a little line you would attach then. You can also just use this, basically this little attachment to put a line, and there's a little pulley there on each end. So let's say if your slider is at an angle, you can actually run that line and hang some kind of counterweight, so your camera basically doesn't go flying down the slider. So you can do things like that. You can also, here, let me take this off. As you can see, nice and fast it detaches. So let's say if you're traveling, again, it's fast to kind of disassemble everything, put it back in the case, and travel with it. And also here, you'll notice that there's actually this little knob here. That's for adjusting the tension. So let's say if, you know, while you're traveling, if this was shaking or something, maybe the wheels have, you know, kind of gotten a little bit loose from the track, and you can feel there's a little bit of wobble to the base. Then you would just, again, manually, without the use of tools, you can just tighten that back up. So we'll basically extend the distance there, press the wheels into the track a little bit more. But actually, so far, I haven't had any of those kind of issues. Again, even when I was traveling with this thing, it just seems solid, seems sturdy, well built. I think fairly well priced. It obviously depends on what version you get. You know, there's actually another version that's, like I said, for smaller cameras. There's a version actually made out of carbon fiber, so it's even lighter. Those are some of the things that you might want to kind of look at. As always, I'm going to provide the links for the slider and all the different versions and accessories and all that stuff in the description of this video. So if you guys are interested, check that out, and this way you can see also the latest prices, where you guys can get the best deal, that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyways, if you're looking for, like I said, a super strong reliable, but also just well-engineered slider that's also easy to travel with because it packs small. I can highly recommend the Syrp slider, and I'm actually excited to maybe combine this together with their motion control system. So maybe I'll do a follow-up video once I have a chance to use that together, maybe for time-lapse and that kind of stuff. But actually, even more importantly, I would want to use this with my cinema camera when I'm, for example, doing like interviews for documentaries and that kind of stuff. There was a project I shot earlier this year where I wish I had the motion control system because I was operating multiple cameras, and by attaching basically the Genie system to this, I would have been essentially just able to just leave this, let the camera go up and down the track on its own, and I could have gotten nice slider shots, without even having to operate the camera directly. Right. Anyways, again, for all the info, check out the links in this video. My name is Talmantos. If you guys like this, make sure you hit the like button. Follow me. Best way to follow me is on my website, talmantosfilms.com. Over there, you can also subscribe to my newsletter if you want to be notified of some other cool new videos, filmmaking tutorials, that kind of stuff. And as a thank you, you're going to get a free LUTs that I use actually in some of my videos. It's a free download if you subscribe to the newsletter. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!